He's mine now.
Hello, how are we all doing? Welcome back to Volkers. Today we've got a bit of a Pokemon haul. We've got, this isn't really for part of it, but I've just bought some sleeves. Currently not at home, so I don't have all my binders and that with me. So these are just for the cards that I want protected temporarily. And of course they'll come in useful down the line. The main haul right here, we've got the Zacian V League Battle Deck, which includes two Vs and this Tag Team GX, a little Zacian deck box, and these other cards on the back, as well as the other contents, which I'll of course show. And then the second thing we got here is the bigger box, the Shining Fates Shiny Crobat VMAX Premium Collection, which includes the V and VMAX in Shining variant form. We've got the Giant Coin and 7 packs, with also a giant jumbo card at the back there. So we'll go with this box first. Shout out to Forbidden Planet, the shop where I got this one. And I can't actually remember the name of the shop where I got this one, but it's where we live, well, where I am right now. It's right next to Forbidden Planet as well, so pretty good area. But yeah, let's get them open. So right here we got the first box open, the Zacian V League Battle Deck, and as you can see we've got the full contents right here, so we'll kind of go through that section by section. Also included is this. It's a little booklet which has all the types in the TCG on the back, and it's a rule book which goes over a lot of the rules. I won't be needing this. I mean, I'll keep it, but you know, I don't need to read it because I've played quite a lot of the TCG and the TCGO, but if any of you are new to the TCG, then this will be, of course, useful. And who knows, it may have some stuff in it that I'm either confused about or don't know. So I'm hardly an expert, but I know how to play, so definitely useful. And then right here, we've got this. This is the, I believe, is it the play? What do you call it? Playmat? Oh no, this is a, this is, I think, a little guide for how to upgrade your deck. Yeah. So this is like tips. So this is for tips for cards to combine with it. So basically talking about how you can use the included Vs and GX in a deck, what cards to combine with them, and yada yada. A lot of good tips in here, which I know because I've used a lot of these cards like this in the TCGO, and actually, as you can see there, Crobat V is one of the recommended cards, which is of course the star of the other box I bought. And then on the back here, it's talking about the moves and the cards that are included, how best to use them, and again, what you can use them with. So yeah, this is really cool that they included this. Definitely makes it, both for new and more experienced players, makes it a lot better. So these two are nice inclusions, but we'll get to the main event. So first of all, just remove the plastic packaging from the back. Everything kind of just falls out there, so you want to be a bit careful with that, which I wasn't really that careful. But let's get the 3 cards out, and I'm going to sleeve these straight away because, as you can see, I've only just opened them and they're already pretty bent. Not damaged, just they bend. The holographic shiny Pokemon cards are known to bend, and it's kind of annoying, but it, you know, it's fine. Can be fixed pretty easily. So first of all, we've got the Arceus, Dialga, and Palkia GX Tag Team card, which is a very, very powerful GX. Of course, Vs are in now with Sword and Shield, but this is GXs, and Tag Teams are still very useful cards, very much still applicable. And considering I usually play in the expanded, which is the format that allows a lot more sets and a lot more variety of cards to be used than standard, this is very much an extremely useful card still. So its moves are the Ultimate Ray, which costs 1 water, 1 steel, or metal actually, and 1 of any energy there for 150 damage, plus you get to search your deck for up to 3 basic energies and attach them to your Pokemon in any way you like. And then of course you shuffle, so that's really powerful. 150 damage for 3 energy isn't like incredible for today's standards, but it's pretty good. But obviously that ability is like the other part of the attack, is incredibly useful. You can set up multiple powerful attackers in one go there, such as the Zekrom Pikachu, for example, could be set up by that. Zacian could be set up by that, which actually comes with, and many more. So, and of course, keep in mind the energy cost with water and metal. I'm sure you can get special energies like Rainbow Energy that will nullify the need to have water energies, but you know, if you included this in a deck with other water energies, then that'd be even better. So water metal types, and of course this is a dragon type Pokemon, but dragon energy is only available in special energy form. And yeah, dragon energy would actually be a great way to negate the multiple energy cost of that. So then we have its GX move, which is insanely good. So this is for only one metal energy requirement, but the second part requires an additional water energy. But again, one dragon energy would actually give you the cost. So the base GX move means that for the rest of this game, your Pokemon's attacks do 30 more damage to your opponent's actives. So basically, it gives you a permanent plus 30 damage boost for that entire game, which is incredibly broken, and it's also a great pair with the Metal tag team, which basically does the opposite. It means that your Pokemon take, I think, 30 less for the rest of the game. So incredible GX move already there. But if it has at least one extra water energy, or you're using a dragon energy or whatever, but it needs at least one extra water energy there. When your opponent's active is knocked out by damage from any of those attacks, you take an extra prize card. So that's so broken. So basically, you get 30 more damage for the entire game, and with the second energy, you take one more prize card for every single knockout for the rest of the game. So let's say you knock out, you know, a tag team, for example, you'll be taking 4 prizes for one Pokemon. A VMAX, 4 prizes for one Pokemon. A V, GX, EX, etc. You'll take 3. It's incredibly overpowered. So, yeah, amazing card. Its retreat cost is also not actually that bad if you have things like Dragon Energies, which, you know, are a double energy. So if you had, say, 2 Dragon Energies on it, then, you know, that would cover the entire retreat cost. So it's incredibly good. So that is that card, which is a new one for me in the physical TCG. I'm not sure if I have it in the TCGO, but of course I prioritize the physical anyway. And then this is really cool because not only do you get Zacian V, one of the best cards in the entire TCG at the moment, but you also get 2 of them, so that's incredible. So Zacian V, if you want to know why he's one of the best cards, well, first of all, like all these, he has very high HP, 220, which isn't amazing by today's standards in general, but for a V, it's fine. And of course, for Pokemon in general, it's high. But its move and ability are insanely good. So first of all, Brave Blade for 3 metal energies. So that's the main drawback. It does require metal energies, or of course special variants, but you know, they have to be metal energies. That, however, does 230 damage, which is enough to one-shot another Zacian V, or almost all Vs really. And it's enough to 2-shot basically anything in the game. Of course, this would be incredibly unbalanced, but the catch here is that it can only do this every 2 of your turns. So it can use the attack, then it's your opponent's turn, then it's your turn, and you can't use that attack. Then it's their turn, then back to you, and you can attack again. So during the next turn after you attack, you can't attack with that move. So it is very OP still, but it's not actually broken. It doesn't break the game. You can, of course, retreat this one and bring in a second one and then do it, which, of course, would be insanely OP, but the energy cost, of course, negates that. And due to the rules and stuff, they'll have patched out some of the more OP strats with this, but I'm sure you can find ways to make that even more devastating. But then also the main attraction, one of the main attractions with this guy is its ability. So if you don't know, abilities are not the same as attacks. Basically, you can use an ability once per turn before you attack, regardless of if your Pokemon has any energies or if it's on your bench. And you can also use as many different Pokemon's abilities as you want, as long as they don't conflict with each other. However, there are some abilities like this one that end the turn. And you'll see why, because this ability is incredible. So basically, if you use this ability, you can look at the top 3 cards of your deck and attach any number of metal energies you find there to this Pokemon. Now, by itself, that wouldn't be very good. It would be fine, it would be good, but it wouldn't be amazing. But this is where it gets insane. You can put those 3 cards into your hand. So basically, you can just draw 3 cards instead of attacking every turn that you want to, and you can use this on your first turn. So if you have Zacian in play on your first turn, you can just draw an extra 3 cards, which could be enough to set you up. It's insane. You can do that every turn, but it does come at the cost of your attack, so but that's insanely good. And this is, of course, the standard Sword and Shield base set version, and you get 2, so that's pretty cool. Now, I did spend like 10 minutes talking about those cards, but I feel like it's deserved because this set is kind of focused on the more competitive element of the game and those cards in general being really good. So this is the online code. I'm not going to give that away because I actually do play the TCGO, but I may do that in future, so let me know if you'd be interested in maybe some code giveaways in future. This is the deck box, which is, I rarely use these. I usually use one of my Elite Trainer boxes with all the stuff in it, but this is actually a really nice little deck box. Very nice Zacian picture, which is one of my favourite, probably my favourite Pokemon introduced in, is it Generation 8, I think it is, yeah, the Sword and Shield generation. Back here, so very nice little box, of course just cardboard, so you want to be a bit careful with it. But here are the other cards we get with it, and I'm pretty sure this is a ready-to-use deck. Of course, it's not going to have all of the... is it a ready-to-use deck, or is it just, like, good cards? So I wasn't sure about that. Let me see. Yeah, no, it's a ready-to-go 60-card deck. So, and by the way, the 3 big boys here are counted as part of the deck, so you'll need to put them in for it to be ready to go. So we'll quickly go through these. So trainers, which are the most important element of a deck. We've got Mellow and Lana tag team, which I won't read out what every trainer does, but I'll read out the tag team ones because they're more interesting. Well, potentially there aren't that many of them. So Mellow and Lana tag team means you switch your active Pokemon with one of your bench Pokemon, and when you play it, you may discard 2 other cards from your hand, and if you do, you can heal 120 damage from the Pokemon that you just switched out. So that's actually really, really good. Very, very nice. It's like a combination of 2 Pokemon Center Ladies, of course, minus the special condition heal, and a switch. So that's really cool. And by the way, if you didn't know, supporters are basically like trainers, but you can only use 1 per turn, and they're, you know, more powerful because you can only use 1 per turn. Then we've got the Guzma and Hala tag team, which I remember using this. So the first thing is you search your deck for a stadium, put it into your hand, and shuffle your deck. And stadium cards are really useful, so this is great. And when you play this card, you may discard 2 other cards from your hand. If you do, you may also get a tool and special energy. So basically, if you play this and discard 2 cards from your hand, you can get a stadium, special energy, and a tool, which can be game-changing. So really great card there. So then, I won't read out what all these do. You can pause if you really want to, but I just feel like this video will take like 50, 60 minutes if I do that. So Quick Ball, which can be really good. Professor's Research, which fairly useful. Another Quick Ball, and then of course, you know, energy, just a water energy there. Then this Pokemon, Jirachi, is this is a really cool one. So the ability means that once during your turn, if this is in your active, you can look at the top 5 cards of your deck, reveal a trainer you find there, and put it in your hand. And then you put the other cards back, and the Pokemon is asleep. But that can be really useful in the right circumstance. Then we've got Metal Saucer. I love that card. Marnie, which is a pretty great card. Also, I remember her from Pokemon Shield, which I'm kind of playing at the moment. Boss's Orders, which is, of course, Giovanni. Steel and Metal Energy, I keep calling it Steel, I don't know why. Then we've got a Galarian Zigzagoon, which is a really classic Sword and Shield card, very useful, used by a lot of players. You can read its ability there. Basically, when you play it, you can put a damage counter on one of your opponent's Pokemon. It can be very useful in the right circumstances. Scoop Up Net can be pretty cool. Switch, classic card, Energy Switch. Another one of those Jirachis. Another Marnie, Metal Energy. Orangaroo, and this is the Primate Wisdom Orangaroo. Once during your turn, you may switch a card from your hand with the top card of your deck, which can be very good. Energy Spinner, which looks way too much like a fidget spinner for my liking there. Another Switch, another Metal Saucer, Professor's Research, Metal, Viridian Forest, which is a stadium. Once during each player's turn, that player may discard a card from their hand. If they do, that player searches their deck for basic energy so that can be really good. Water Energy, Great Catcher. This card I haven't seen that many times. Switch, Ordinary Rod, as opposed to the, I think it's, is it Special Rod? I think so. Scoop Up Net, Metal Energy, Quick Ball again, Marnie again, Jirachi again, Energy Switch, Metal Energy. And then this Mewtwo is pretty cool, so it's obviously a Psychic type, and it requires at least one Psychic Energy in there, which of course you can negate with things like Rainbows, etc, etc. Its ability is Mind Report. When you play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench, you may put a supporter card from your discard pile on top of your deck. So in the right circumstance, this can be insanely useful. In almost any circumstance, to be honest, it can be insanely useful. Even if you've just done something like used a Skylar to get a card out, you can just play this and get it back again. So it's really, really good. And then its move is, it's not very good, but, you know, you can use it for 2 energies if you use a double colourless there, so it's not too bad. Then we have Alolan Berserker, sorry, Galarian Berserker. I don't know if I said Alolan for the other one earlier, I apologise, it's Galarian, not Alolan. So this is the evolution for Meowth in the Galar region, which usually evolves into Persian, but Berserker, its ability is actually very annoying, if this is the one I think it is. Yeah, its ability, your metal Pokemon's attacks do 20 more damage. This is really useful to just have sitting on your bench, because its attack isn't very good. Obviously, it's fine if you need it, but its ability is actually great. So if you have a couple of these on your bench, when you've got your main big hitters, heavy hitters in play, this is great. Metal Saucer again, Professor's Research, a Big Charm, and then we have the Galarian Meowth, which has the ability Evolution Roar, which is very useful. You can discard 2 cards from your hand in order to, you have to discard 2 cards in order to use this ability, but then you get to find a Galarian Berserker in your deck, assuming there's one in there, and put it in your hand, so that's very useful. Gets it evolved very quickly, which of course you want. Metal Energy, Tag Cell, which that's pretty cool in the right deck. Another Oranguru, another Boss's Orders, another Marnie, another Switch, Metal Energy, another Energy Switch, another Jirachi. Probably wouldn't have that many of these in there, but it's pretty cool. Aurora Energy, Quick Ball, Scoop Up Net, Metal Saucer, Metal Energy, and finally another Professor's Research. So as, you know, stock decks go, it's actually really good in my opinion. It's got some really nice cards in there. And obviously I would massively alter it and add a load of powerful Pokemon and stuff like that in there, but it's actually really good. So this is a great starting point to build a truly powerful deck. And of course you do get these 3 powerhouses in there, so it's not like you're defenseless as it is. So this is actually really good. So very pleased with that little deck there. So I'm going to put that back in the little deck box, and then we'll get to the final parts of this box, the entire box that is. And then we'll move on to the larger one. So yeah, this is going to be a fairly long video. Hopefully I'm making it interesting and not just boring. So yeah, let's have a look at the game counters. If you haven't seen these before, basically in the Pokemon TCG, you don't just have the cards, you have quite a few other things. So this is a GX counter, and this is very simple. All it does is you play it, you just put it on a table, and then if you use a GX move during your game, you turn it over just to remind you and everyone else that you've used it. Because if you didn't know, GX moves are very powerful moves that all GXs have one of, but if you use any Pokemon's GX move, you can only use 1 per game. So not just per Pokemon, but only 1 GX move per game. So this is kind of to show if you've used that or not. And of course, with the introduction of Vs, GX moves are kind of more OP now, because, you know, GXs, if you've used your GX move, it's not as big of a deal because you've just got really powerful Vs and VMAXs in there. But yeah, still useful to know. Then these 2 are the kind of fancy versions of the burn and poison counters. The kind of standard ones that you'll get in a normal like $12.99 deck box are the kind of card, papery card ones. These are the actual nice fancy counters. So yeah, this is what you put on your Pokemon to show it's burned, which means it takes 20 damage per turn. And this is what you put on it if it's poisoned, which means it takes 10 damage per turn. So yeah, pretty cool. And then these are the dice. Now, I didn't actually realise when I bought this that it's going to come with dice, which is, I mean, I'm really glad it has, because I love dice, and also I collect them, but also, you know, just they're useful for having with a deck. So these dice, basically, I was not expecting it, because you usually get a set of dice with the Elite Trainer boxes. This die is got the the Zacian colours, but it doesn't have the special number 1 face, which is fine, but with the elite boxes you get those. This is actually quite a nice die. Now this one is if you want to use that instead of a coin. So the way this works is you'd usually flip a coin and get heads or tails. What you do is you'd roll this die, and then heads would be an even number and tails would be an odd number, so pretty useful. And then these are actually damage indicator dice, so these are actually different to the ones I've had in Elite Trainer boxes, which is really interesting. The ones in Elite Trainer boxes just have pips, which, if you don't know, they're the little dots on the die, which of course each one stands for 10, so this would be 50 damage. But these actually have the numbers, and each die, of course, this has 10, this goes from 10 to 60, because these are D6, 6-sided die. So that one goes from 10 to 60. This one goes from 10 to 60. And this one also goes from 10 to 60, I think. Yeah, this one also goes from 10 to 60. And then these three are different. This one goes from, I believe, 70 to 120. Yeah, 70 to 120. This one goes from 70 to 120 as well. And then finally, this one goes from 130 to 180, I think. Yeah, there you go. So yeah, those are pretty cool. Slightly different to the ones I'm used to, but pretty cool nonetheless. And yeah, that's pretty much all that you get with the Zacian V Elite Battle. So I'm pretty happy with this. I'd recommend this, and considering it's only 25 quid, which is about the same. It's like 5 more than just getting a standard tin, which comes with 4 packs and a promo of some sort. And then it's like half the price of a deck box, not a deck box, an Elite Trainer box, which is the big box with all the like sleeves and stuff in there. This is actually a really great pickup. I would highly recommend this for people that are interested in the competitive TCG. If you're only interested really in collecting, then maybe this one isn't as much for you, but you do get some cool cards with it, of course. Nothing really exclusive. But yeah, pretty cool for people who are more interested in the competitive game. So let's get on to the bigger purchase of today. So right here we've got the bigger box open. It smells kind of nice inside, actually. And I've just realised I've actually been really dumb. I bought these Ultra Pro sleeves. They're actually too small Pokemon cards. That's kind of annoying that I messed that up. I just didn't notice when I was buying it. But oh well, it's only $3.99. Maybe they'll come in useful at some point. But yeah, here's the contents of the box. A bit closer up, as you can see, you just got the black on the back there, which we can remove. I don't think anything is. Oh yeah, the packs are all going to fall down. So yeah, there we go. So first of all, of course, we've got the packs. There are 7 of these. I don't know why 7 and not 8. It doesn't really matter. It's just kind of funny that they're in an odd number. And these are all from the same set, which is, of course, Shining Fates. So we've got the... I'm rusty with some of the Sword and Shield Pokemon. So that is Corvisquire, I think. That's Dragapult. That is Corvisquire again. What's his name? Oh, I know him as well. He's the one with the different version in Sword and Shield. Is it Toxic? No. Like Tox. I'm sure I'll remember his name probably once I've opened the packs. But yeah, that's that guy. I remember him, but I can't remember his name right now. Corvisquire, and yeah, him again. Oh, that's really annoying that I've forgotten his name, but I'll probably get reminded in the comments by 10 different people. And also, I'll remember later in the video, maybe. Then we've got this, which I'm just going to try and keep safe. This is the, like, mega card, jumbo card, whatever you call it, of the VMAX. So Crobat got a VMAX. I think that's from the one of the newest sets that he got a VMAX. I don't think he had one before. So this is a good opportunity to talk about the VMAX's stats, which we'll do in a minute. Let's get the jumbo coin out, because I've never had one of these before. So it's actually pretty cool. Look at the size of this thing. And yeah, it's very easy to flip, so it's kind of fun. I might actually use this if I go to a tournament again. That'll be funny. Alright, let's have a look at this. So, again, of course, we've got the trading card online code in the back there, which I'll remove. Trying to move more carefully. Got these little protectors individually inside here to protect the cards, which is a nice touch. And then you just kind of got to carefully lift them out there. So there's the VMAX. Oh, sorry, that's the V. There's the VMAX. Okay, so again, the code card there, which I'm very happy about because I've been trying to get a Crobat V online. They're actually quite desirable. So happy to get one, and it's the Shining variant. So just nice additional bonus there. Now I'm really not a fan of Crobat's shiny colours themselves, but I love these cards a lot, and you know it's cool to have something different. It's just the pink and is that lime green really just don't work for this Pokemon at all, in my opinion. But you know, I still like the cards a lot. Now this card itself is really, really good. So this is a very desirable V. Its HP is quite low, only 180, but its ability Dark Asset is incredibly useful. So when you play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench during your turn, so basically if you play another basic Pokemon as your active and you have these in your hand before your first turn, don't put them down, wait until your turn actually starts. Because if you put them into your bench during your turn, you may draw cards until you have 6 cards in your hand, and you can't use that more than once each turn. But, so you know, you might be thinking, well, that's not that amazing, because as soon as I put it down, if I have more than 6 cards, I can't even use it, and if I don't, then yeah, I get 6 cards one time. That's kind of cool, but is it that good? Well, yes, because you can play cards that will, you know, they will say, like, you can put a Pokemon on your bench into your hand, or put a Pokemon V into your hand, and then you can just put it down again, and the ability will stack. Obviously not in the same turn, but you could, if you had the right cards, you could do that as many turns as you wanted, and just get 6 cards. And of course, if you have multiple Crobat Vs in play, then you can do it multiple times. Again, not per turn, but you can just put one down, use the ability that turn, next turn put the other one down, use that again, then the next turn you could play a card to put it in your hand. You get the picture, right? It's very, very good. And then its attack is decent, 2 energies, one of them being dark, only 70 damage, but it's also poison, so pretty good at attack. But yeah, it's mainly that ability that makes this thing really good. And of course, this is the Shining variant number, oh no, it's just the Sword Shield number 98 promo there. There's the Shining one, of course. And then right here we have the new VMAX, which is really nice. These are, of course, both full art, and then the VMAX always has that special texture. This is the VMAX, and I'll use the bigger one to kind of show it off so you can read it easier yourself. So first of all, we've got the Stealth Poison, which does 70 damage, just like the original Crobat's Venomous Fang, but instead of just poisoning, it also poisons and you switch Crobat VMAX out. So that's a more strategic one there. But then its other ability, move, Max Cutter, is 180 damage for 2 dark and a standard. So, you know, fairly standard attacks, but it also has 300 HP, which is pretty good. So, overall, a pretty good VMAX, because Crobat V really doesn't really need that much of a buff, but this is like a nice... I'd compare it probably to like Aegis/VMAX. It's like a nice buff if you think you're going to need it, but it's not necessary to... you know, to make the V good or anything, like with Torkoal, for example, or Centiskorch. So, yeah, those are pretty cool. And then, of course, here's a close look at the Jumbo Crobat coin, which is really nice. So, I guess the only thing left to look at is the packs. So, let's have a look at that. So yeah, annoyingly, I won't be able to sleeve any pulls I get or any of the other promos that I've had so far, so that is kind of irritating, but oh well, it's not the end of the world or anything. And hopefully I do get something nice. I'm going to be opening 7 Shining Legends packs, so that should be enough to yield at least a V pull or something like that. Obviously no guarantees, but fingers crossed. And yeah, we'll start from the back. You know what, we'll open them in pack arts, so we'll go with these 2 first. Then we'll open the Corvusquire ones, which is most of them. That's 4. Actually, no, we'll open the Dragapult one first, because there's only one of him. Then we'll do these 2, then we'll do the last 4. So, Dragapult pack first. And if you're unfamiliar with the Pokemon card trick, basically from Sun and Moon and onwards, it's changed because in Sun and Moon packs and onwards, they started putting energies in each pack, which they never used to do. I think it's a good addition, but it just changes the card trick. So code card first off the back, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. I think it's 4-2, not 4-3, but I might have screwed it up because it's actually been quite a while since I've opened a physical pack. So yeah, we'll see. So first card of today is Gossifleur. Then we have Snom, Trapinch, oops, Nickit. I kind of like Nickit. Buizel. And then we have the Fire Energy. And then the uncommons, we have Thwacky. The Ball Guy Trainer, I remember this guy in Sword and Shield, he's kind of weird. Then we have Tropius, which is an uncommon. And I have done the card trick correctly, so it should be the commons, the energy, the uncommons, and the reverse holo, which is, you get one of these per pack. It's got the holo on the card and not the picture. So this one is a reverse Thwacky, which is kind of cool. And our rare is a regular rare Dreadnought. So not bad for our first pack. But yeah, and I also did do the card trick right, so no embarrassment for me there. Okay, so now we'll do the 2 packs for this, and it is still irritating me that I've forgotten his name, so I do apologise about that. I actually really like this Pokemon as well, but yeah, I just can't remember his name right now. So let's get this open. I do really love the Shining Fates pack kind of look style of it. Yeah, sorry about this taking a second, I think. There we go. Okay, so, and I also always take them out from the back so that I can't see what, sorry, the front, I'm so dumb. From the front, so I can't see what the first card is. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, there we go. And, okay, so, Trapinch, we've got a Shinx, nice card there. Rowlet. Then we do have an Eevee, which is cool. Morpeko, Fighting Energy, and then we've got Floatzel, our first uncommon. Rusted Sword, not seen that before. It kind of reminds me of the Broken Hero Sword from Terraria. The attacks of Zacian V this card is attached to do 30 more damage. That's really good. I've never seen that before. I'm definitely going to put that in my Zacian deck. Dartrix, and our reverse. Whoa, okay, that's nice right there. So instead of a reverse, we got a Shining variant, and this is Shiny Arctovish. Now, I'm not actually sure how rare these are, because they're only in Shining Fates, I think. But yeah, that's really cool. I'm calling that a pull, because I don't actually know how rare it is, but it is ultra rare, as designated by the Shining star there. So that's sweet. And of course, it's got the full art holo style on the picture. So yeah, Shiny Arctovish, that's really cool. It's actually got decent moves as well, so that's pretty cool. And then finally, our actual rare for the pack is a regular rare Manaphy, which still a legendary pull there, but yeah, that's our first pull of these packs. Nice. So that's our first shiny, hopefully not our last, but who knows. At least we got one, which is cool. And I'm very happy with that Rusted Sword card. So that's definitely going to go in my Zacian deck. I didn't actually know that existed until now. I'll have to see if I can get one of those on the TCGO as well. It's kind of funny that the League Battle deck didn't include one of those. That'd be very useful for it, but maybe that they thought it would be too overpowered. Well, no matter, because we got one anyway. Let's put this up here. Code cards there. All right. So second pack with our mysterious person Pokemon that I forgot the name of. He seems to have given me good luck with that. So despite forgetting his name, so I do apologise. And there we go. So next pack. There we go, got that open and do the trick. So, okay. Next pack starts with a Nickit. Then we have Horsey, that's a new one for this set. Snom, Morpeko, Cacnea. Energy is a grass energy, which is one of my favourite types in the TCG. I use a lot of grass decks. Tropius, ball guy. And another rusted sword. Nice. Now we've got 2 for both of my Zacians. That's really good. Okay, Nickit reverse. So that's a nice little reverse. And not an ultra... Well, not a V pull, but it is... That's actually a cool art on that. I really like that. It is a regular rare. But that is Celebi, which is also a really cool legendary Pokemon. That's actually quite a cool little ability it's got on it. Nice. Maybe a regular rare, but it's actually pretty cool for a regular rare. Okay. And of course another sword trainer, rusted sword. So that's pretty cool. I've said that's pretty cool way too many times. I am sorry about that. Okay, so next we've got 4 packs left. That's pretty cool. I did it on purpose that time. And we'll open the first Corvus Square pack now. So yeah, if you want to see more Pokemon videos like this, more pack openings, reviews, etc., then you can check out some of the other Pokemon videos on my channel. And if you want to, then please do subscribe, because my channel's been growing really well recently, despite me having a dodgy upload schedule. So I'm really grateful about that. But yeah, if you fancy seeing more cool videos, then feel free. So first we got Spinarak, which I love Spinarak and Ariados. They're actually some of my favourite Pokemon. Rowlet, Morpeko, Nickit, another Eevee there. Sorry about the spoilers there. We got a Fighting type Energy and a Rusted Shield, which is the Zamazenta equivalent. That's really cool. I don't have a Zamazenta, but if I do get one, of course. Then we've got Rotom. That's kind of cool. Sorry about the spoiler again. We've got a Cramorant there, which Cramorant V is a great card, and our reverse, which is Morpeko. Okay, no V pull, but our rare is another regular rare, but it is a cool Pokemon. It is Zarude. Zarude V is actually a really good grass type V. There's the reverse Morpeko, so pretty cool. We've had all but one regular rare. Actually, no, technically we've had all regular rares, but we've had a shiny variant pull, so hopefully these last 3 packs are going to be a bit more exciting. That one's a little heavier, so I'll leave it to last. If you didn't know, often you can tell if you've got a pull in your pack by it being a little heavier. I'm not condoning, going into shops and weighing packs and buying all of them like that. I'm just saying that is a fact. That, the heavier the pack, often, not always, but often the higher the chance that you'll pull out of it. So, third to last pack. Let's go. First, we're starting again with Spinarak. So, then we have Shinx. Nice. Verse 3. Horsey. Cool. Yanma. This is a nice pack. Morpeko. Lightning Energy, which, yeah, the electric type is actually called Lightning type in the TCG, so that's kind of a cool detail. I didn't know that for quite a while. And then we got Thwackey. I don't think I've actually pulled a Grookey yet. Cramorant. The Rusted Shield card again. Reverse Trainer, that's actually quite nice. We've got the Gym Trainer, which is kind of useful. Again, no Ultra Pull, but we did get a Holo. So Holos, I think, are 1 in either 3 or 4 packs, so it's expected to get 1 or 2 out of 7. And this is a really cool one, actually. Look at that. That is Luxray. And Luxray is a really badass Pokemon. Wow. It's got really good moves. Dude, that is solid. 60 damage, and if it evolved this turn, it does 100 more for 1 energy, mate. That is sick. Yo, that if you've got a lightning type deck, that is well worth considering going in. And only 2 energies for 120. Yo, that's a good card, man. Definitely a good pull there. It may not be ultra rare, but for a holo, for a regular card, that's powerful. That's pretty good, dude. Alright, so I think out of these 2, screw it, I'll just open this one first. I was trying to determine which one might be heavier, but it doesn't really matter. Like I say, weight doesn't guarantee anything, but it does just make it more likely. So, alright, let's go. Card trick done, and boom. Starting off with Eevee. Maybe he'll give us good luck for this pack, since I did buy Let's Go Eevee. We got Weasel. I say I bought it. We bought it. Yanma, Trapinch, Nickit again. Fire Energy this pack. Cramorant, Thwackey, the Rusted Sword again. Oi! We pulled a Shining variant, and the rare is, wow, Professor's Research. That's a rare? That's cool. I didn't know But yo, we pulled a Shining variant, and it is Galarian Farfetch'd. Look at that. Look at my boy. Yeah, Galarian Farfetch'd V is sick. I think, wait, is it VMAX or V? I think it's just the V. The V's really good. And then this Galarian Farfetch'd Shining variant. Yo. Its moves aren't very good, but yo, that's cool anyway. I like Galarian Farfetch'd. He's pretty cool. And that is a Shining variant again, so that's our second pull of those. Again, I don't know how rare they are. I'm guessing they're probably maybe V rarity, if that. I don't actually know, but I'll look that up. And I'll put it on the screen at some point, one of the points in this video where I've asked how rare they are, so that you can see my pull odds and know how lucky I actually just got. And yeah, one pack left. Hopefully there's something in here. Be nice to end on a pull, but of course no guarantees, and we've definitely got some really good cards today regardless. So yeah, final pack. We start with Cacnea, that's a new one. Horsey, Qfant, another new one. Tutel, another new one. Yanma. Bloody hell. Okay, I messed up the card trick, but we just pulled an absolutely insane card. I can't believe I just got that out of the last pack. Holy shit. Okay, let's do the rest first. We got Manaphy, Dark Energy, Floatzel, which is a pretty cool uncommon there. Then we've got Rotom and Dartrix. And I don't know where the reverse holo went. I don't care, because this is what I just got out of this pack. Centiskorch VMAX. Jesus. And that's actually funny, because I'm trying to get one of these on the TCGO for my fire deck, but this is such a good card. If you don't know, this is one of the best VMAXs in the game right now. I think it is still one of the best. Definitely when I last checked, it is one of the best in the game. It's so good. Okay, so 320 HP. Of course, a VMAX is going to have insane HP. But this, right? Oh, and it is... Wait, it's the Shining variant. Oh my god, okay, that's why I think it was there. That's the reverse card. It's a Shining pull. I didn't even notice. Bro. Okay, but it has Gmax Centiferno, which is... So yeah, as you can see right here, it costs just one double colorless energy for 40 damage. But of course, you don't want to do 40 damage. What you want to do is build this up with a ton of fire energy, because this attack does 40 more damage for each fire energy attached to it. But it also says if you did any damage with this attack, you may attach a fire energy from your discard pile to this Pokemon. So this is a great one to bring in. If you've just had some Pokemon with energies on knocked out, you can bring this in, hopefully set up with, you know, like 3 or 4 fire energies ideally, at least 2 of course, and then it would do like for 120 damage. Then you could attach a fire energy card to it, which would make it do 160. And then, of course, next turn you could attach a fire, 100 and, sorry, I'm being really dumb, wasn't thinking, 220, I think. And then do the damage, attach another one, 260. You can see how this stacks only after a few turns. It is nuts. Now, of course, you do need a Centiskorch V, which I don't think I own physically. No, I don't think I do. But those are nowhere near as hard to get as the VMAX is, because the VMAX is ridiculous. That is such a cool pull. Last pack, I knew this pack was heavier. I knew it. And yeah, what a pack to end on there. So yeah, that's all of it. I guess we'll end this video off by just doing a little show reel. So hopefully you lot all enjoyed this video. I think you can agree we got some pretty nice cards today. We got Centiskorch VMAX Shining variant, the Crobat VMAX and V Shining variants there. We got the 2 Zacian Vs, and we've got the legendary trio tag team there, Creation Trio I think they are called. Then we've got the 2 Shining variant pulls there. We've got the Arctovish and the Galarian Farfetch'd. So overall, pretty damn impressive, I'd say. So if you did enjoy this video, feel free to drop a like, a comment. If you want to remind me of that goddamn Pokemon's name who I've forgotten still, that's really annoying. I'm probably going to remember as soon as I press stop on the record button. But yeah. Also, yeah, like I said, I've got a playlist of some Pokemon videos, and just stay tuned, subscribe if you want to see more like this. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.